second. I really don't even know what gear that was. I assume it was first, but who knows? All right, focus, Catherine. Focus. Just guide it in. Whoa! But suddenly realized that I was like running totally late to pick up my husband, so he'll probably be waiting out the front, and other people will be waiting out the front, which might even more so exacerbate my driving situation. I was gonna say I only have the brake and the clutch to worry about, but then I'm like obviously have the accelerator as well, so it's okay. It's 100% more practice with driving makes you a better driver. Unless you're just driving a lot and you're super crap, then that doesn't really apply. But I feel like I'm getting more comfortable the more I drive. This is like a stress corner for me. Where I first went into first instead of third, like at speed. And it was very disastrous, like huge rev, and I didn't even really know what to do. So I pulled over immediately with fear and trembling. So yeah, I kind of get nervous at that corner. There's a guy, he's not wearing a seatbelt. He's like in a tradie truck with equipment behind him. Even though I was looking at him thinking he could like kill a person with that much level of distraction. Whereas I kind of just like set the camera up and talk crap and drive as if I'm like with another person talking to them. That's my excuse. I'm sticking with it. In like Ben has these old, I think HPI DVDs of like Japanese drivers racing and stuff, and it'll show camera shot of like their feet, and they're like so quick. So maybe one day I will be, my gear changes will be at like Japanese driver level. One can hope. So, you know, all my chattering is really me absolutely trying to hide the level of my panicness. Stopped on a slight slope going back, have a person very close behind me, but my theory is just get to that quiver point, draw the clutch up. Once the car sort of holds itself, then I go forward and I'll be fine. Totally fine. Can you see my rabbit eyes trying to look everywhere to see if red lights are changing? Man. Don't let your revs go too low.
What the heck?
Sorry about that. I was stressed out, alright?
Oh, yeah?
No, not really. But I got stuck behind a bus, so I was sort of late.
Do you want me to drive? Stressed out?
Do you want to drive?
Of course I want to drive. My
Well
car.
then, you want to drive?
Okay. You don't mind?
No. Very fun.
I don't want to take away your...
Yeah, I'm videoing. Okay. This is my first time going up Canterbury Road. It's very steep and the traffic is very busy. So why not just record myself to see how I go with my clutch control and my gearing. Got a motorcycle in front. I'm totally realizing I'm like hanging my mouth open. I put it into first because my theory is this is like car park speed. Man, the fact I have not stalled yet is quite the miracle. Okay. Stalled. I'm trying to tell myself, absolutely don't stress. The worst thing you can do is stress. And just go nice and slow. Don't let it conk out. So I'm just like, I'm under 1500 revs. I think the left side of my dash thing is like quivering. Maybe if I kind of knew the point where it would die, that would help me. But now I'm rapidly approaching the absolute steepest point of the road. And the person behind me did not honk when I stalled. Stop stalling, Catherine. Stop being nervous. Just drive like a normal person. I mean, the other person behind me, now that I've stalled like 3 or 4 times, is probably thinking, stay away from this person because they stole. Better? Okay, now I'm at the flat part and a red light, but I still feel like I'm back enough cars that I might actually miss the lights and have to stop again. But don't even worry about it, just drive. I went to tons of op shops today. Happy joy in my heart because I like op shopping, and if you could even see this traffic, you would absolutely think I'm amazing. I got into second gear. This isn't actually the first time that I've driven home this way. One of my earlier videos, like my second video, I think, I drove home. But I don't think I videoed that because we drove home and it was very dark. But my level of, like, one, the traffic driving home, I drove home from like Calamara? Is that what it's called? Kalamata Olives? Kalorama. I drove home from there and traffic was so light. And I did actually stall coming home, but I have never driven like up Canterbury Road like that at all. So we've survived. I'm driving, I'm not speeding. I would dearly love to take off my cardigan, but I can't. I'm not that proficient yet. I'm not at the taking off a cardigan while driving level of skill. But I know I will get home. Now, how could I get home? I could drive myself. I could be picked up because the car breaks down, or I break the car, crash the car, and man, that was using like tons of brain cells then. Heaps of them. So that was like clutch in and out, and then I had to stop completely, so I went into, I'm failing, you guys. I'm looking down. I know, I'm looking down. So I left home today at 10 a.m. and it is currently 3:42. So I've done a lot of traffic. It's okay. I have done a lot of driving today, all over, so I'm proud of myself. And I haven't, like previously I would definitely say that my driving was more dictated by the easiest route, but instead today I actually drove just where I needed to go. So, huge improvement, if I do say so myself. I wish I could like have this little name badge like thing on me that's like when I'm telling a joke or being sarcastic or whatever, it like flash, because I just have a feeling people don't really get when I'm joking around. So yes, nearly home, but I'm going up yet another, I mean I'm flat at the moment, but it's gonna get steep. I'm not like, the more I think about it, the more what I am nervous about now, if anything, is the from first. From first, I don't give it enough beans to go, and I conk out. I still do that. So up here, guys, if I could turn the camera around, I would show you, is a bus. And behind it, one of those tree lopper mulcher machine trucks. And then we've got two hatchbacks, a ute, a truck with a, like one of those bobcat digger things. Quiver. If you couldn't guess, I'll tell you what I'm up to. I am on a flattish part of the hill. It's all a hill, but I'm on what my brain is telling me is a flattish part, which helps me not worry too much about rolling back. But remember, for those playing at home, we just have to find the quiver point and then pick it up with the beans. So you need beans, and then you don't have to worry about rolling back. And you don't have, I mean, like, I remember when I thought I would have to use the handbrake everywhere, and then people were like, oh, you shouldn't need the handbrake, and then people were like, well, sometimes it can help you. Using the handbrake does not help me, like, at all, because you think about it, you're trying to accelerate, you're trying to go from a stop position, usually using the handbrake frightened of rolling back. But that's a whole nother thing to think about. You're thinking about you're accelerating, you're trying to accelerate, you're trying not to roll forward more. And okay, someone just flashed the lights and come down this way. Was that mean police is up there or an accident? I cannot tell you how much I would like to turn off this stinking York Road. I don't normally travel up this road. I don't see any need for us to be traveling this slow, under 10 kilometers an hour. Get me the heck out of here. I'm very sorry. My face and behavior seems so stressed significantly. That was good gear change. It was good.